hits like a thunder's roar. Rubber burns and the engine soars. Rev bomb rides with a wild man's pride. The world can't keep up no matter how it tries. Rev bomb's motorbikes got a heart of steel. Wheels spinning faster than the fear we feel. Lights flash like fire in the dead of night. He's a rebel on wheels chasing freedom's light.
Back out again, bike number 2. We've shot down to the Dobbies just to get a good overview of this one. AJS Firefox 50cc in the black, white and red. This is a gorgeous bike. So this one's going out to one of our customers again. Little position light on at the top, and you've got those big bright LEDs. You can't see them much in this daylight, but from a driver's point of view, you can see them. Now, difference being between this and the Lexmoto one, this is a lot higher. It's a bigger bike to ride. It's got bigger wheels as well. There we go. Right, let's roll out. It's got a side stand, main stand. Everything on the front of this is just so easy. Time. Date. It's the 31st of the 10th, 2025. 1 second, and it's 8:19. So we finished the LSZ. We're back out on this. Your fuel gauge is there. Miles an hour. Look at this. Are in white. You can read them. Your kilometres are on the inside. So, as I said on the last one, 40 mile an hour is about 62, 63 mile an hour. But we normally push it to 45, which is 70. On a 50, you can only do 30, and your battery charge voltage. So the battery's charging nicely. Look at 14.2 volts, which is what it should be. Start button, kill switch, horn, indicators, lights, that's all you need. And look at those big wide mirrors. They sit up like little ears, but you've got a great view. Rear brake, front brake. Now the rear brake on this is drum, front brake is a disc. Dry day, wet day. Wet day, stay on the back brake. Use a little bit of front if you need extra stopping, but always use your back brake first. Don't go grabbing handfuls of front brake in wet weather, and avoid manhole covers. Now, being a 50, nice and easy for me. I get to poddle round town. Let's do a Beans on Toast. Now, if you haven't seen Beans on Toast, he rides around London. Excuse me. Doing little sites, and Paul McCartney worked there, and this is a studio for the Beatles, and this is this, and that's that, and Oliver Cromwell died here, or whatever. He does loads of stuff around London. Now, coming up a hill, you're going to get 25 mile an hour. It will drop in a minute once I start climbing the hill, but I haven't got to worry about breaking the speed limit. There we are, look, 28. Oh, now these speedos are always a mile out. They're always a little bit more than what you would expect. So 28, you're probably doing about 24, 25. So, the guided tour of Bletchley, Beans on Toast style. That there is now flats. That used to be the Bridge pub. And that used to be the great thing on a Saturday and Sunday night, going there for karaoke. I used to do karaoke, you know. I used to be the karaoke DJ in that little room there. You get about 30 people in there, but it used to be great. Everyone used to pack in there for karaoke. So that's the Bridge. That one is the Swan Hotel. That is the old military pub. Everybody goes to the Swan. All the ex-military boys hang out in there. Fenny Fish Bar. My granddad used to get the fish and chips in there, and it used to be called Frizzle Fred because he used to overcook everything. It was frizzled, so it was called Frizzle Fred's for a reason. Now, that one there, that is now Kennington Car Sales. That used to be owned by a guy called Duncan Davey. Now, Duncan Davey used to live in the next village across. Big, posh, flash bloke that used to do loads of different stuff. But he owned the Bletchley Motors Group, which was BMG, which was Leyland. And if you remember Leyland back in the day, the old Austins and the Leylands, he used to sell them by the shed load. It's now a fancy Lamborghini, Porsche and Ferrari car centre, and Audis and BMWs and all the ones that don't have indicators. Now, coming down, a few more sites for you. That used to be St Martin's Hall there. That has now gone. That is now flats. They knocked the hall down and built flats. The War Memorial is just down here, but that's not the one that we go to, but that's the other War Memorial that we visit, and we're only about 12 or 13 days away from the glorious 11th, so that Sunday ride is coming out where we do our remembrance ride up to where... Why have we got a farm trailer in Bletchley? That's different. Where are you going? I am not going past that because I want to know where he's turning. Is he turning in with his... No. Where is he going with that? I am going to wait here. See, I knew it. He's going in there. You ain't got an indicator on your trailer, mate. No. You naughty, naughty man. Where's your trailer connection? No stoplights, no indicators. Makes a change because I normally leave my indicators on. Right. Down here. Bletchley Market yet again. This used to be the local market. And there used to be loads of stalls in there. And they've turned it into a just a car park area now. And yet again they're doing more roadworks. Right, we're going to go down the back of Bletchley. The guided tour of central Bletchley. And it's a bit like the Lion King where he's up on the mountain. What's that there, father? That's the wilderness. We do the same. What's that there? That's Bletchley. Never go there. Oh, God. Yes, loads of different shops. We're going to go down the back, though. We're going to cut down the back. Watch out for people that are coming down the road and just decide to walk out on you. He's overhanging a little bit, isn't he? God, blimey. Can't park there. Right, down the back. Now, this is called the Brunel Centre, which is suffering at the moment. They want nearly £1,000 a week to have a shop in there. It's ridiculous. How the hell can you afford £1,000 a week? And this here, where all the boarding is, it used to be Sainsbury's. But Sainsbury's has all gone. They've demolished that, and it's just a gravel area now. They're trying to get more flats built. Oh, lovely. Just down here, though, and we'll check both ways because you have to watch that left-hand turn because they hammer up here. Just down here on Clifford Avenue is a little factory unit which used to do the same thing again, sandwiches and flavourings and everything else. We're going to do a right here, though. Oh, here we go. Milton Keynes, Jamie. Yes, this is a Duncombe Street. And back in the 70s, this was the overspill for all the Asians, and it still is. You know, all the curry houses down here, they've all gone. And it's all our prayer centres. A little bit of garage there. But that used to be the Sainsbury's shopping centre. It's now been demolished, and that's all gone. Sainsbury's has gone. There's Steve again. I saw him earlier. He's out doing his deliveries. Right. We're going to do a little bit more of a guided tour. Let's go round here, because it gives me a chance to poddle around at 30. I can't say the word bimble, because that is copyrighted to Andy GSA Tractor. Look at that. Fly the flag. Salute you, sir. We're going to go down here under the bridge, and this is our concert hall. Red bomb? No, you can't red bomb a 50cc when it's automatic. That there used to be the police station, which has now gone, and there also used to be a fire station next door. That has also been demolished as well, because they've moved everything to the local centres. Right, where are you going? You're coming round, you're coming round. You've got to watch these, because half of them don't know what an indicator is, unlike me that leaves it on. No, I've turned it off now. Round the roundabout we go. Watching that Mini that's turning right. Another one there that's been demolished, and they put all the rails up. But we're going to come down here, and we're going to go up here, past the pub. Now, if you wanted a fight on a Saturday night, back in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s, if you wanted to have a punch-up, you'd come in here, have half a dozen beers and kick off in that pub. The Eight Bells had a reputation for being one of the rough venues. Come in here, have a few pints and kick off. Live music and DJs now. Hit Mix. My mate does the bingo in there now. He does this thing called Hit Mix Bingo. And it's basically, you get your bingo, but instead of numbers, you get a song. So, for instance, Dex's Midnight Runners, Come On Eileen, if it's on your list, you would tick it off. And if you got a line, you get 20 quid. If you win the full house, you get 100 quid. But he's Hit Mix Bingo. He's doing very well. Carl used to do karaoke. He now does Hit Mix Bingo. Excuse me. Right. over the speed bumps up here, and we're going to go just up here, and we're going to do a flippy. So we're going to do a right hand turn in a second, and this just here is the War Memorial, where we will be meeting in a couple of Sundays' time. There we go. That is our War Memorial. So everybody comes here. All the Hells Angels and all the RTTW guys come up here. The church is up there, so we all go for morning prayer. There we go, look, and they've still got it up from last year. Look at that. That will be all revamped by the time we get round to a couple of weeks' time. So there's the War Memorial there. That's the little one with the soldier. And then the big memorial there. It's normally Reeves, and they have a little marquee there and a big marquee over there. So if you fancy a ride out with Rev on the Sunday of the 11th, that weekend, this is where we come to. And one of our boys, unfortunately, one of our Royal Signals boys, now we've got Limey Rider. He's a signal. He's in our ride group and our chat. He's always on the live stream. Excuse me. And the other one is Steph. Now, Steph's other half is Daytona Girl 675, who's one of the slow boys, or slow girls. And she rides with Boo. Know Shelley very well. She's always there. She's all over Instagram. But her partner, Stefan MCC, S-T-E-F-A-N MCC, had a stroke recently. Steph not in good health. We thought he'd be getting better, and he's had a relapse a couple of days ago, so he's back in hospital. So get well, Steph. But he's a lot younger than what I am, so I'm clinging on by a thread. But all the best, Steph. Get yourself well, mate, and I will come up and visit you in hospital. And Steph is an ex-Royal Signals boy as well, so yeah, we look after our own. Right, we're going to go back round. We're going to get some mileage on. That's your guided tour. That used to be cable and wireless, and 1-to-1 and EE. And look, as soon as you hit 30, the restrictor kicks in, and you can only do 30 mile an hour. Come on, little bike, let's go. You can only do 30 on one of these, because that restrictor does come in, and people go, can you de-restrict it? Not unless you put another ECU in it. They are deliberately designed, because at 16, you should be riding in accordance with your licence, and a 50, and it is a maximum speed of 28 miles an hour. Gone are the days when you used to have the older FS1Es, 50cc's, and hammer around at 45, 50 mile an hour. They don't allow it now. So all youngsters now are only allowed to do 30, and they go, oh yeah, how can I make my bike go faster? Well, there are a couple of ways. There are a couple of cheats. What you can do is put heavier rollers in your variator. It will take you a little bit longer to get to 30, but you will gain a couple of miles an hour. You'll probably get 35 with heavier rollers. But the only way to do it is to put the unrestricted ECU, and if you are caught by the law going a little bit faster than 30 mile an hour, or your bike looks a little bit different, you will get yourself a tug and you will get the book thrown at you. So unfortunately, you have to suffer with the first year of doing 30 mile an hour down dual carriageways. But once you get to 17, get a 125, you can go faster then. Or go and buy an old 2-stroke 50. The old 2-stroke 50s absolutely fly. The Piaggio Zips, you can get hold of one of them. Christ, them things fly. You'll get 50 out of a Piaggio Zip. The only thing is, obviously, if you are riding around, you have to watch your mirrors and keep an eye and shoulder check and watch the traffic behind, because you do get the numpties that want to try and get past you. Back round Central Bletchley anyway. Such a guided tour of Bletchley. Over there is all your shops, Home Bargains, Pets at Home, Costa Coffee. You've just jumped the roundabout, you can bugger off. I am sorry, I drive Kia and got my licence from Cardboard Pox. Wicks and Halfords, and of course there is the big Tesco's. Now, coming up here, of course, Matalan. But guess what they've done at Matalan? I don't believe it. Who would put this in the car park of a Matalan, right? Look down there. There is a charge station and a Costa Coffee right on the side of Matalan's. How absurd. Right, coming up here. Now, that used to be B&M's. That's now gone. And it's now the tile and bathroom mounting warehouse. Look, there's like 5 cars in the car. How do they make any money selling tiles and bathroom equipment? I need to have a word with Exeter Rider about that one, because everything's going to be online now. And of course, Fenny Station, the well-known Fenny Station, where the little shuttle train to Bedford goes. And then, of course, we're heading back once all these cars clear. Come on, come, let's go. I am gone. Stop the traffic, Rev. That's the way. That's the old BT building, which is no longer. And we're going to go here. That used to be a Chinese restaurant. It's now called the Greedy Italian. And believe it or not, the food in there is expensive. That's why it's called the Greedy Italian. Wouldn't buy anything in there. Down into Garage Street. And obviously, there's about 40 garages down here, but we have the top units. Deals on Wheels next door, Mo and the boys. We're back into here. I'm going to park this one on the yard because I've got bikes everywhere, and that one's been dropped off, and we can't figure out what is wrong with it. That's going to be rebooked for another day because we are too darn busy. I've got lots of bikes to prep up, including that one beside me, little Volkswagen where I've got to put an exhaust on it. Right. Good to go. Right, hook that one up, and job is done. 50cc is prepped and ridden. Got to go and fill my paperwork out, but we'll see you on the next one, guys. Till then, be well, ride safe, enjoy the guided tour, and from Rev, it's a big goodbye from me.